Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Victor Podcast, where we take small wins and we turn them into big victories. I'm so excited because this is the last episode on this season. Well, I shouldn't really be excited, but I'm glad that we've been going for the last 10 episodes now. And I'm going to take a break, but I'll be back. Don't worry, I will be back with more great and powerful podcasts. But one thing that's very important is there is no great way to end it. You know, I've got a great man in front of me here, so I know he's going to wrap this season up very, very powerfully. I'm sure you guys have listened or have watched on my YouTube channel the different guests that I've had on this podcast and they've spoken about various topics. But there's one question you might be asking that I think is so important. No man is an island. So you need to build solid relationships to get you going in whatever you're trying to do. You need to partner with people, you need to connect with people, you need to get people in which are willing to lift you up and to move you on. So I've got this man here who's a relationship expert. And he's going to share some really powerful stuff with us. So Mr. Chindah Chindah, you're welcome. And I'm so pleased for joining me today.
Thank you so much. I'm also pleased. Thank you for the opportunity to share. And I also want to say, well done. You know, this is the 10th episode for what you've been doing here. And I believe the listeners had gone with you through this journey, and I believe they are excited for everything you've shared so far.
Yeah, that's great. So, Mr. Chindah Chindah, you know, you are, I could say, an IT guru. You are into one thing. I know we met because you were really a powerful man when it comes to marriage relationships. But I believe to a large extent, relationships around marriage relationships too are very, very powerful. But just tell us now, how did you get involved with training, coaching, and teaching about relationships?
You know, I'm a product of relationships. With time, I know that where I am today is because there were people that supported me along the way, people that told me the book to read, people that corrected me, people that inspired me. So they were all dynamics of various individuals with different talents, abilities, expertise, and levels of knowledge. The more I glean, the more I learn, the more I become better and better and better. So I just knew that from the beginning, you can't succeed without that. And if you look at the unit of a family, really, can you survive just being alone if you call yourself a monogamous family? There's a wife, that's there. Hopefully, if you have kids, you can see that interpersonal relationship supporting, you know, one another. You could be sitting in the sofa as a dad. They say, you call your son, please, can I have my phone on the table? Okay. That's a relationship. Otherwise, you would have gotten up to go and get it. Maybe you're busy doing something. So you can see even life teaches us that we need relationship. Now, if you talk about our physiological functioning, right? We have the reproductive system, we have the anatomical system, we have the neurological system, the psychological part of us, we have the excretory system. Every part of our body are unique, but they are working in harmony, right? The brain is there. Brain need glucose. How will glucose come in, right? The heart is there to pump the blood, but the blood has to come to the heart, okay? Even the leg to move, the brain needs to tell the leg, move now, it's time to move. So we are all working together, you know, even in our daily lives to achieve anything. And nature have told us that. So I know that to go further in life, you need relationship, but to go far and hard, you just need yourself.
Wow. Nice. That is absolutely amazing. You know, you can meet a lot of people who say, I don't trust anybody, I don't do things, I'm on my own kind of things. And some of them might even say to you, well, I'm succeeding, so why do I need relationships? But it's amazing. I love the fact that you said for you to go far, you know, you can go somewhere, but for you to live for your full potential, you are definitely going to need people around you. You need to connect with people.
Absolutely.
So talking about relationships now, I remember when I met you one of the first times we met. I think that was right about my book launch. And I remember you telling me about how you connected with some of the greatest names you could think about in the world, even in the speaking field. And I was blown away by that. I was thinking, how on this earth did you do that? Because sometimes when you look at names and you're trying to build, you think, I'm not sure I can reach this person. I'm not sure I can speak to this person. But just tell us just briefly, as in, how did you pull that off? Just tell us, please.
You know, because I knew that I wanted to be an authority in the relationship space. And I know I wanted to be unique. Obviously, I don't want to go into detail of what happened why I get into relationship, but there's something that led me to it. Now, going into it, I didn't just want to be ordinary. I wanted to be unique. I wanted to understand what I'm doing, but I wanted to associate with the best. So one of the things I did was, how can I connect with these great and powerful relationship gurus and experts, and possibly emeritus of relationships you can think about? So I got involved in the social media accounts. So I started commenting a lot in their videos, their shows. I just get involved. And then I can see that at least my name is popping somewhere, because for you to build relationship, you need to be connectable, right? Connectability from your side is important. Then I reached out, and then a lady, especially for John Gray, a lady reached out to me and said, oh yeah, okay, this is what you want. I say, yeah. But when they told me the price, I said, all right, this is gonna be really, and I'm talking about thousands, you know, which is expected. Okay, it's expected. They are world-class relationship expert. So we get into negotiation, we get into talking, and even I had to speak to John Gray myself when I was given the opportunity. And then for Gary Chapman, the same thing. I traced him in all platforms, his radio shows, his companies, the places he has spoken to. I reached out to podcasts I've hosted him before. You know, I say, you know, I call, I send email, I say, the Gary Chapman, oh, I love your interview with him. And also, oh, the reply back, incredible and amazing, asking, you know, how did you get in touch with him? You know, like that. So they were just giving me all these tips, and eventually I got hold of his, I think it was about 3 or 4 gatekeepers. Oh my goodness. The last one was difficult. Say, sorry, no, you can't do this, you can't do that, and all that. And then one day I just called. That particular main one was not on seat. It was somebody else. And she said, that he's just in the office right now. Okay, do you want to? I say, yeah, I just want to just say hi, but I've been trying to reach him for months. He said, okay, I'll connect you. Boom. They connected me to Gary Chapman. I was like, oh my goodness. Then I explained everything that I've gone through for months to get hold of him. He said, am I that difficult? I said, I'm so sorry you are. You know, he now spoke. He said, okay, fine. While he was talking, he gave me dates. He sent an email to the challenging stakeholders that need to manage to get to him. He said, I've approved this. And then he counseled. Oh my goodness, this is powerful. Do you know there was no appointment? He was booked 2 years in advance. So the day I gave him, he looked at it. He had an event. He's supposed to be going to speak. But the way I explained and everything, he said, okay, you know what? I'll speak to these guys to move. Let's find somewhere to put them. I will be at your event. That is how it happened. But you can see, I didn't just fold my arms. I didn't just sit back. I literally went different ways just to get his attention. And when I got it, boom, we just connected. In fact, we spoke for almost 3 hours the first time we met. It was one of the best moments of my life, honestly.
You see, I love what you're saying, because somebody listening to us now be thinking, maybe names of people in which you really want to connect with, and maybe they really want to talk to might begin to pop into your heads now as you're listening to us. But one thing I know that is great, as is that first you went and you're commenting on their social media status. You know, you were speaking there, you were saying good things about them. Everybody wants people to say nice things about them. So if you go to someone's page and say nice things about them, of course they are going to like you, which is in the first step. You see, and then secondly, what I love what you're saying is that you persevered, you kept on pushing. You were like, look, I'm not going to stop. I'm just going to keep pushing. I'm just going to keep going. I'm just going to keep, as in nothing going to stop me. And because you were at the right time, the person wasn't there. And then that's how you just got it. So imagine if you're relaxed and maybe you felt like calling on that day, but you felt, I don't feel like calling today. That could have been a day we'll have missed out. Next time we'll have called, have been the case where somebody was there. So also you acted very, very quickly. Wow, I really, really love this. And for him to even give you so much time. So generally these people, what we're trying to get out of here is the person you're thinking about might be difficult to reach, but they're not really the way you think you are. It's because of the people around them who manage their diaries, who do everything. And that's why it makes it difficult for you to break through. Correct. So guys, if you're trying to reach someone, just keep pushing, because Mr. Chindah has just given us a very, very powerful nugget.
Yeah.
So now there's one thing it means, which is connecting to people, Mr. Chindah. How do you maintain this relationship? Like, how do you keep them going? Because sometimes you connect to people, and then after a while, it just sort of dies off. And then after a long time, you now remember you want to do something with them, but you're thinking, I've not kept this thing going. So where do I go from? So how do you keep this fire burning?
Now, you see, I just mentioned John Gray and Gary Chapman. I still send occasional email to both of them, and they respond back to me. And I still go because John Gray is very active on his page on Facebook. So I always still go there and I still comment. And it's interesting because his personal secretary has been a lady with him for a very long time. So she can probably just identify my name among several comments. And so she said, Chindah, how are you? How is your family? How is business? Recently, I said, I'm fine and all that. She said, wow. And then she asked me, do you need anything from John Gray? I said, possibly, maybe we might do a Facebook Live or an Instagram Live. You said, yeah. Just give me the detail. I'll work something out.
Right. Wow.
You see what I mean? So, you know, and again, you see, at the end of the day, you need to be very clear. What's the purpose of this relationship? Okay. You know, what exactly do you want to get out of it? Remember, before I got the attention of these guys, I gave.
Yes.
Most time people just want to receive. Give, and then it shall be given unto you.
Yeah.
You see, now this opportunity to have this life now that I just talked about is because I still went back there and still acknowledging that this guy, you know, you're such an amazing authority and all that. And the guy is dishing out, you know, timeless wisdom, you know, regularly every week on his page. And I was still being identified among the crowd. You need to go and see how many people comment and how many views and all that. So what am I saying? If you know exactly, because I'm still in the relationship space, okay, and I've told her that the next time I come to San Francisco, because that's where John Gray's base, she said, anytime I step my feet on San Francisco, she said, I will send a driver to pick you wherever you are. And then I'll bring you down and we can have a cup of tea with John Gray. I said, you're kidding me. So, you know, so you need to, you know, it's not just about receiving, right? Try as much as you can to have this warm relationship with specific quality people that you want to maintain. I want to be honest with you. There are people that I have not been able to maintain relationships over time. And sometimes it's because you're busy. There are so many other things you're doing, but there are some relationships that because of your niche, because of what you're doing, the relationship I'm happy to let go. I won't say unfortunately, it's necessary, right? Yeah, because there are some people that come into your life after they are done and both of you are done, you move on, right? You can't keep everybody you've ever met in your life. It's not possible, okay? You're gonna just run crazy. Now, but there are specific individuals based on what you do, based on your values, your wants, your needs, your business, all those things need to package to align with what you want to get out of that relationship. And it's not only when you want something, that's the only when you want to reach out to these people, you want to talk to these people. Try to keep the relationship going. Hi, hello, how you doing? You know, sometimes just send a text message, a WhatsApp, an email out of the blue, just checking them up and all that. They just have that sense of, you know, sense of worth that, wow, this guy, thank you so much. And you can see they're happy because everybody wants to feel they're important. Everybody wants to feel that, you know, they are wanted, they are respected, and also they have something to offer. So if you have a relationship with a specific individual in a particular niche, I always use the word niche, because if you are either in your career, okay, whether in your business, whatever you're doing, there are specific people that can take you from here to here. But you have to come from a place of humility. Just forget about everything and serve and connect with them. And you'll be amazed how far that will lead you over time. So it's a personal thing that you need to do proactively.
Yeah. And I think I love that too, because we've spoken about how you connect to people in the first place. Now we've spoken about how you maintain relationships. But I love the fact that you've touched on it briefly about there's some people in which you have to leave along the way. But sometimes people might not understand that times of things have moved on. And obviously you're not, I would say you're not really relevant anymore, but I'll say at this point, you're not really, you know, as in maybe you've outgrown them. Maybe that could be one of the best words I could use. But they might not really understand it because they want you to continue to live at their levels. So because anyone listening now actually will be thinking around those areas too, because if they want to move on, they will have to change their circles. So they might have listened to all these podcasts, they've heard everything, and they're thinking, okay, this is the last one for this season. And now I'm thinking, how do I move on in my life? We're talking about relationships, but I have to leave some of my friends behind. They might begin to hate me, they might begin not like me. So what nice way can you just slowly, how do we end it very nicely?
Okay, right. Now, remember I said, because you're very proactive, you're very intentional in your connection, in your relationship with people, no matter what you're trying to get out of it or who the person is. As you grow, there's something about personal development. There's something about growth, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't entirely say that I have outgrown some people that I'm not in touch with. However, in that season of my growth, in that season of my transformation, in that season of my moving forward, they were very, very super important, because it's like a car, right? You have the tire, you have the knob, you have the steering, we have the glass, you have the brake, I have the clutch, you have the seat, you have the boot. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, there are some people that I literally need to just help me with the boot. Okay. And they just do it, and we all work together, very lovely and nice. Now, over time, there's possibility that we might just begin to wear off, because that service of the boot is already been done. You know what I mean? And there's nothing I could do about it. But there are people that I will need, because I need petrol. Okay. So this petrol, the car need the petrol. So that relationship will not just, I can't end that relationship, because if I end, there's no petrol, right? So you need to find the petrol people in your life. You know what I'm saying? That need to continue to supply you with what you need to keep going. And while they're supplying, you also doing the same. It's very reciprocal. You're working together to support and to help each other become better and to grow. So if you realize that there are some people that, for whatever reason, you may not fully align in your values, even though they've been there for you and you have also been there for them, you could just gradually start putting those people in what I call acquaintances. Okay. Once in a while, hello, hi, all that. You see them in an event. Okay, how you doing? All that, blah, fine, great. It's more of like deep in and deep out. You know what I'm talking about? Okay. But there are others that, like I said, they are referred to almost like the petrol of your journey. Okay. You need whatever it takes to maintain those petrol in your life, to maintain those individuals. Okay. Now there are some people that say, you haven't called me. What? You haven't called me, and for a long time. What's the problem? This and that. I say, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry. Unfortunately, I've been quite busy lately. What are you busy? Are you busy? Are you busier than Obama? Are you busier than Tom Cruise? Are you busier than this or that? And begin to, they say all kind of things. You say, no. Is there anything wrong? No, not at all. Not at all. But why you are, please be humble, try to be funny, try to be nice, and also try to be empathic, all right, with them. Don't show any form of pride or superiority complex and all kind of boastfulness. Don't do that. Try as much as you can to understand from where they are also coming from. Enjoy that couple of chit chat at that moment, and then hopefully you move on. Then you see again, this. They will now know indirectly. Okay, fine. This is the definition going forward. When we see in London, we see in Tokyo, we see in Las Vegas, we see in Lagos. We continue what we are doing. But there are those that go with you to Tokyo, go with you to New York, go with you to Lagos. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I want to say, anybody watching here, like, you can't keep everybody in your life. We need to be very honest with ourselves. You can't keep everybody in your life. Otherwise, it will just be too much. You can't even know how to handle and manage them. Look at those ones that aligns with your values, with your goals, and where you are going. But please make sure you respect everyone. Make sure you respect everybody, regardless of who you are, regardless of what you're doing. Make them feel good. Speak to their emotions. If they
Yeah.
need your support in one way or the other, please do it. Don't make people think you're proud or you're superior or you're cocky or what kind of thing. It's not good for you. It's not good for your testimonial. It's not good for your reputation. It's not good for that. Do whatever you can to leave a strong impression, even if it's a one-on-one and off kind of relationship, deep in, deep out. But anytime it happens, please make sure that the people know that you care and you support them. And I just want to wrap this up very quickly, saying that summary, I used the acronym CALL, right? I use the acronym CALL to help you to both to connect and to maintain. C there means connectable.
Wow.
Right? You have to be connectable. And being connectable, you need to be friendly.
Yeah.
You need to tolerate people. You need to consider people. You need to be compassionate. That's being connectable. You don't need to be critical and over judging people, right? You need to accept people the way they are. Maybe you have developed yourself to a certain level, but now these people are not yet there yet. Be careful the way you talk and the kind of body language you exude or you express. Make yourself connectable. People will connect to you. A is approachable. Right now, what I mean by approachable, I simply mean that regardless of where you are in life, the beggar can approach you. The rich, the poor, the illiterate, the successful, the unsuccessful, every category of people can talk to you and they just feel, wow, this person is just so amazing. Don't always put that face of don't you dare. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Make yourself approachable. Obviously, being approachable doesn't mean that you're available all the time. This is important. Availability and approachability is totally different. Okay. And then L is lean forward. Don't sit back. Go out there. Go to events. Go to different places. Meet more people. Connect with more people, because one of the things is, by the time you meet more people, connect with different people either online and offline, you begin to almost like begin to completely demarcate the ones that aligns with where you are going. But the less people you meet, unfortunately, the less connection you're going to get, because some people say, I want to connect, but you're not leaning forward. You don't attend the event, you don't go for any event, you're not bringing yourself out there, even though you are shy, even though you're somebody that don't like crowd. Okay, you can start small, right? You can go on and in an online event like this or whatever, and just put on your camera. Try to comment on the chat box. Just what I mean by lean forward, just be visible, right? Try as much as you can to be visible and let people also see that you are there. Because if you're not there, they won't connect with you, right? And then the last one is leave each person with a powerful impression.
Wow.
Leave each person with a powerful impression. And what do I mean by that? Your body language, your dressing, the way you talk, your words, the actions that you display. Let somebody leave you and say, wow, I like him. I like her. Don't leave somebody with a soured impression. Let somebody don't leave you say, oh my God, I wish I never met him. I wish I never met her. Not nice. Not nice. So follow, be connectable, be approachable, lean forward, and leave each person with a powerful impression. I can tell you, you will connect with more people, maintain more people, and also it will affect every dynamics of your life.
Wow. What a powerful way to pull everything together. That's like a powerful summary. And I love the acronym because it's CALL. So remember, CALL, so which is really good. So that's absolutely powerful. So Mr. Chindah, before we wrap up now, I just want to say people have listened to you today. They've heard everything you said. They're so excited. And they're thinking, I want to connect with this man because I believe he's full of wisdom and I want to hear more. So just tell us now, where can they find you? How can they connect with you? I know you got loads of books you've written so far. You tell them about it. And I know you got some powerful manuals too. So how can they lay their hands on all those wonderful things?
Thank you so much. Thank you. Victor. So yeah, you can connect with me on Instagram as Married Life Management _ and
Yeah.
also Limitless Life Pro Academy as well. And then my website, marriedlifemanagement.com. There are a couple other ones that have been updated at the moment, but will be live very shortly as well. Or if you just go on Google, Google has been so friendly with me, to be honest. Just yeah, I'm quite a connected guy with Google for whatever reason. Yeah, so just type my name, Chindah, first name, Chindah, last name, Chindah Chindah, and just click search. I think there's both Facebook, Instagram, different aspects will just come in, and then there are also some online courses that is coming up. As long as you connect with me, if you go to my Instagram and then you click on my bio, you go to the site, there's a lot of goodies you can download. There are free books there as well. If you go on Amazon, you can get my best-selling books, The Power of Personal Change, What Can I Do to Make My Marriage Work, and even my son has written some amazing book. If you have, teenagers, and youngsters, you can get it, the Hydro, the Swimmer, Hydro, the Adventurer. So these are some of the items that, you can get from my family, from us to you, so that we can connect. We're giving so that we can connect back to us. Thank you.
Wow. And yeah, he said, I want to say hallelujah. That's like a hallelujah end, This is so powerful. Thank you, Mr. Chindah, for your generosity. And thank you so much for blessing us so powerfully. As I told you guys, there's no better way to end this whole 10 series. I mean, this series that we had now, 10 podcasts. And I'm sure you guys are taking something powerful away from today. And I want to say thank you so much, Mr. Chindah, for accepting my invitation and spending this short time with us.
Thank you.
It's amazing how the time just flew, because I couldn't even believe it. It's gone already. But I really want to make sure that people have taken a lot away from me here. So I love you guys to comment, to say nice things about Mr. Chindah, to connect with him too. That's very important. We're talking about connections here and building relationships. And I'm sure he'll be willing to help you in some different ways. And as he said, there's plenty of even free resources he's got. So if you've got a free resource you'd like to, put a review there, get in touch with him, and I'm sure he'll want to connect to you too. So Mr. Chindah, thank you so much. And I want to thank all the audience too for listening to us today, for joining us today. I want to really appreciate you guys, and I thank you for staying on for all the 10 episodes. And I'm sure you can listen to them again over again and share with friends, tell them about them. And I'm sure they will love to be blessed themselves too. So thank you so much, guys. I will see you on series 3. So stay blessed, everybody. And I love you all. Thank you.